Okay, I talked about this one the other day. Blake Lively filed a complaint, which is the precursor to a lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, who was her co-star and the director of the movie that she starred in with him called It Ends With Us. Now, It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us are books by Colleen Hoover. But this is where things are really getting crazy with this story because Justin Baldoni has been sued by his former publicist named Stephanie Jones. This second legal filing against Justin Baldoni, which is actually a lawsuit and not just a complaint, by his former publicist Stephanie Jones, is against Jennifer Abel, Wayfair, and Justin Baldoni. Now, he owns Wayfair, and of course, if you don't know the story surrounding this, Jennifer Abel works for Wayfair. Stephanie Jones actually founded Jones Work LLC. Now, as Justin Baldoni's former publicist, she also had an employee of Jones Work LLC, and that was Jennifer Abel. She was the former vice president of Jones Work. Now, she's alleging that she was stealing confidential information from Jones Work LLC, breach of contract, an intentional smear campaign, damages, and intentional smearing of her, Jones Work LLC, former clients, current clients of Jones Work LLC, and that she had intentionally did this in order to take those clients, make herself very wealthy while putting Jones Work out and building her own company. Jennifer Abel actually hired a PR crisis team publicist, and that person was Melissa Nathan. She was brought on to be the PR crisis manager. Well, she also has a very notorious sister named Sarah Nathan, who is a journalist with the New York Post, but she also co-writes independently for Page Six. Now, there's a lot of speculation and talk on how Blake Lively and her legal team were able to get such intimate and private text messages, and I have heard content creators on YouTube and TikTok, all of them say things that are wildly inaccurate and have not been confirmed, like the fact that a publicist or former publicist or crisis manager was stopped and their stuff was hacked, or that a phone that was intended for work purposes only was taken and there was a subpoena obtained. I'm going to just bypass all of these little details that have not been verified or corroborated at all and just say right now that this is Jennifer Abel's statement that she posted to her Instagram. Hi, I never thought the day would come when I needed to defend myself with my own peers. But this certainly has been an interesting and devastating, quite frankly, couple of days. So here we are. But here are the facts. No, I was never subpoenaed. I found out my private text messages and emails were included in a complaint after I received it on Friday night. And then NYT contacted me 1.5 hours after receipt. That's the New York Times. They had already reviewed the 80-page document and had questions prepared, and apparently also received thousands of pages of documents with our correspondence that we never saw. So it was clear that this was a coordinated effort, but nothing we haven't seen before, since I've been working in talent PR for over 15 years now. I had recently left my previous firm, at which I was still with during this campaign, with a team who all participated in campaign, and a boss who oversaw and who had access to my work emails and work phone. So you can deduce from that what you will. Is my client perfect? No. In fact, he says that he's not perfect. So constantly, to the point I tell him he needs to be less self-deprecating, because it could be taken the wrong way. Are Blake's feelings valid? It's not my position to say or speculate what she was feeling in these moments that she claims. And I would never slam a woman for speaking her truth. But at the end of the day, if it's not the truth and there is evidence that proves otherwise, then as a representative, I have to do what I feel is right as well. Well, it's always different when you're thrown in the mix and it's you and your private correspondence and it's your name and reputation that's being put out there with it, right? That's what changes it all. It's not the fact that you want to defend a woman or you want to defend a man and you want to stand up for women's rights or men's rights. It's the fact that you're now personally involved and you can't be a bystander and choose not to engage when clearly there is something going on here. Now, I'm not saying I'm on Blake's side. I'm not saying I'm on Justin Baldoni's side. I'm just saying we don't know enough to make an opinion or thoughts or feelings conclusively about this situation. Now, we do know that a large part of these problems has to do with these PR managers and agents and managers and talent firms, because there is some really underhanded, devious stuff going on here on both sides. There's no doubt about that. But this is where it gets all kinds of hectic, because Melissa Nathan, that crisis team PR manager that was brought on by Jennifer Abel, was actually using her sister, Sarah Nathan, who is a journalist with the New York Post and with Page Six, to purposely suppress real articles about Blake Lively before they did the premiere and the promotional marketing, all of that for the movie. The movie had wrapped and it was edited and it was about ready to be premiered and all of that. There was stories that they purposely suppressed about Blake Lively being uncomfortable around Justin Baldoni and about the fact that she had gone to HR and had made formal complaints against him, because that is their client. They wanted to suppress anything that made him look bad, considering that he won an award for standing up for women and girls' rights. Now, the fact that Sarah Nathan and Melissa Nathan were successful in being able to use their intimate, private family relationship to benefit each other's career and job, they were able to get the top 4 major mainstream media and news outlets to suppress these articles coming out about the truth, that Blake Lively really did go to HR and make formal complaints, and that she was very uncomfortable on set for multiple different reasons, and particularly in her scenes with Justin Baldoni and any scenes concerning any kind of intimacy. But Sarah Nathan herself goes on to write 2 articles in the opposite direction for Page Six as an independent journalist. Now, this is where I think it gets kind of crazy, because all these content creators looked way over the biggest, broadest fact. Now, Justin Baldoni was dropped from WME. Yes, you heard me. Justin Baldoni was dropped by his talent agency, WME, which means William Morris. You know, the people that are trying to take on Meghan Markle and Jennifer Rudolph Walsh, Ben Affleck, Jessica Alba, Christian Bale, Kate Beckinsale, Matt Damon, all. Now you see why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle wanted to ditch royal duties and their job and obligation and all of that over there under God and country and come to America, and why she wanted to be a client with WME. Because it's A-list of A-list. But these are also musicians, NFL player, theater, TV clients, all of that you can find their client list with WME. Yeah, Justin Baldoni was just dropped like a hot potato right out of the oven and right onto the floor. They were like, nope, we are not having none of this. Not even a sniff of a scandal. In today's climate, it's going to be absolutely crazy, because even though this complaint is just allegations, it's enough to already do severe damage to his life, career, and his company. And I'm not saying that it's undeserved. I'm just saying we don't know anything yet. In this cancel culture today, it's getting to be a little out of hand when nobody's job has any security whatsoever. But the SAG-AFTRA award that he won. Yeah, they made a statement rescinding his award for standing up for women and girls. And if you don't know, the SAG-AFTRA, that's the union that represents over 160,000 actors in Hollywood and also writers. But the fact that other people have to leave their job at Wayfair because of all of this, all because of one man's supposed actions. And if you don't remember the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, yeah, they made a statement too supporting Blake. You can pause to read.